You know what's strange? Have you ever felt like your English is actually good until the moment you need to speak? I mean, you understand videos, you recognize words, sometimes you even think in English.
And even more than that, sometimes you feel confident when you're alone. You repeat sentences, you practice pronunciation, and it sounds good, at least in your head.
But the second someone looks at you and says, "So, say something," your brain just disappears, completely empty, like it packed its bags and left without warning.
And suddenly, all the vocabulary you studied so hard just runs away from you like you owe it money.
Even the simplest words, hello, how are you, suddenly feel difficult.
And then you start to panic a little. Your heart beats faster, your mind starts racing, and instead of speaking, you freeze.
You think, why is this happening to me? I know this, I studied this.
And after that moment, you feel frustrated, maybe even a little embarrassed. You tell yourself, next time I will do better. But when the next time comes, the same thing happens again.
If that sounds familiar, then stay with us today, because this conversation might change the way you see your entire English journey. Not just how you learn, but how you feel about learning. Welcome to Daily English JC.
We're really happy you're here with us today. Whether you're at home, walking outside, sitting in a taxi, or just taking a break, the fact that you're listening right now already shows something important. You didn't give up. And that matters more than you think.
Because many people stop, not because they can't learn, but because they lose patience.
And today's topic is something very real, something many people feel but don't always talk about openly. Don't give up on English.
Let's be honest, learning English is not just difficult, it can feel confusing, slow, and sometimes even discouraging. You spend time studying grammar, memorizing words, watching videos, taking notes, repeating sentences, and yet when it's time to speak, it feels like none of that preparation is enough.
You sit there thinking, why is this so hard for me? And sometimes you compare yourself to others and think, maybe I'm just not good at languages.
And the worst part is you don't always see progress immediately. Days pass, weeks pass, sometimes even months, and you feel stuck.
You start asking yourself questions like, am I doing something wrong? Is this method working? Should I just stop?
But here's something important you need to understand. Progress in language learning is not always visible. Sometimes your brain is learning quietly, in the background.
Yes, like when you suddenly understand a sentence you couldn't understand before, or when you recognize a word without translating it. Those are signs of progress, even if they feel small.
You learn new words today, and tomorrow they disappear like they were never there.
But the truth is, your brain needs repetition. Not once, not twice, but many times. Learning a language is like training a muscle.
If you go to the gym once, nothing changes. But if you go regularly, slowly, your strength increases.
And English works the same way.
When you speak, you're not just thinking about words, you're thinking about pronunciation, grammar, sentence structure, vocabulary, and at the same time, you're worried about making mistakes.
And that fear becomes a big barrier. People start asking themselves, what if I say it wrong? What if people laugh? What if I sound stupid?
So instead of trying, they stay quiet.
And that silence slowly becomes a habit, a dangerous habit.
Because the more you stay silent, the more difficult speaking becomes.
It's normal to feel nervous, but stopping completely, that's when progress really slows down.
Before we go further, let's pause for a second. If you're still listening right now, it means you're serious about improving your English.
Not just thinking about it, but actually doing something. And that already puts you ahead of many people.
So take one small action right now. Subscribe to Daily English JC.
Because learning alone can feel difficult, but when you're part of a community, everything becomes easier, more motivating, and even more fun.
Now let's talk about something deeper. Why do people actually give up?
Not because English is impossible, but because they feel like they're not improving.
They study for weeks or even months, but they don't see big results, and that creates frustration.
Then comes comparison. They look at someone speaking fluently and immediately think, I will never reach that level.
And without realizing it, they start losing confidence in themselves.
But what they don't see is the journey behind that person, the mistakes, the struggles, the time it took.
Another big reason is loneliness. Many learners don't have someone to practice with. No conversations, no feedback, no interaction.
And over time, learning starts to feel boring and disconnected.
Motivation is not something that stays forever. At the beginning, you feel excited. Everything is new.
But after some time, that excitement fades.
And when motivation disappears, if you don't have discipline, it becomes very easy to stop completely.
But the truth is, learning English is not a race. It's a journey.
You're not supposed to be perfect in a few weeks. You're not supposed to sound like a native immediately.
Even small progress matters. If you learn just one word today, that's still progress.
If you understand one sentence today, that's progress.
If you speak one sentence today, that's progress.
Small steps may look insignificant, but over time, they create real results.
And English is not just a subject, it's a life skill.
It opens doors to opportunities, jobs, travel, communication, knowledge, friendships.
Imagine understanding movies without subtitles, listening to music and understanding the lyrics.
Or having a conversation with someone from another country with confidence.
And every fluent person you admire today started exactly where you are.
Confused, slow, unsure, and yes, making a lot of mistakes. But they didn't give up. That's the difference.
Not talent, not intelligence, consistency. Let me share a story. There was someone who couldn't even introduce themselves in English.
Every time they tried, they would stop, laugh nervously, and switch back to their language. So what changed?
They made a simple decision, just 15 minutes every day.
Listening, repeating, and even talking to themselves.
Yes, talking alone.
At first, it felt strange, but slowly, things started to change.
Words came more easily, sentences became more clear, and confidence started growing.
That's the power of consistency, not perfection. Consistency.
If you want to keep going, focus on simple habits.
Set small goals. Not, I want to be fluent, but I will practice 10 minutes today.
Practice every day, even a little.
And celebrate small wins. Understanding one sentence is a win.
Make learning fun. Use music, videos, podcasts, conversations.
Don't make it feel like a punishment. Make it part of your daily life.
And most importantly, don't fear mistakes.
Mistakes are proof that you are learning.
Every mistake you make brings you closer to improvement.
Also, don't expect fast results. That leads to frustration.
Don't stay silent because of fear.
And don't overthink grammar too much.
Because English is not just something you study, it's something you use.
If you feel tired right now, that's okay. If you feel slow, that's normal.
But don't confuse slow progress with no progress.
Every word you learn matters.
Every sentence you try matters.
Every mistake you make matters.
Before you leave, here's your mission for today.
Do one small thing. Learn 5 words.
Speak one sentence.
Or listen to something in English.
And stay consistent. That's the key.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to Daily English JC for more lessons and motivation.
And tell us in the comments, what is your biggest challenge in English?
Keep practicing.
Stay patient.
And
Never give up.
see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.